Well, I just keep kind of running out of memory on my iPhone, so that's why this one's broken into so many parts. But, give me a few moments to reflect. I believe one of the last things that Proto said in the last video was, oh, he wasn't in a cult. Let's replay it.
Posts all kinds of crazy stuff on his Facebook, all kinds of crazy stuff on social media. You think maybe he would be involved in a cult or stuff like that, but we haven't heard anything about that. We haven't heard anything about him being racist in a cult. We haven't heard him talking about pro-gun rights all over the place.
So, because he's not pro-racist, supposedly, not in a cult, we don't know that, means that he's not likely to do these things. I got no reason to think that a racist or a cult member would be any more dangerous than a fucking Pokemon player. Depending on, you know, the teachings of that specific cult, I suppose. There can be cults that directly promote violence, probably. I don't know, I don't look into it all that much. I don't know.
Or anything like that. And that seems really, really weird that a guy who's 27 years old and another guy who's 18 years old, we can't find a lot of background information about this. You can check his Facebook out, man. He really doesn't have anything on it. He really doesn't. I can't...
Do your own psychological evaluation based on Facebook.
Really see a lot of his information on his Facebook. He's very bland. He likes Minecraft. He likes Bungie. I mean, he seems like the typical guy. He doesn't seem like a serial killer of any type. And neither does the other guy, honestly. So things aren't adding up. How were they going to kill so many people? Were they going to do it at their car and use their car as a base of operations? That doesn't seem very tactically smart. And especially when you have 25 hours to drive to Boston to plan your attack, it really seems like you would want to get your tactics down. So, to say the least, these individuals' background information, their tactics to do the killing, and what they brought with them to do the killing just doesn't add up. You can sit here and say, well, what were they bringing the knife for? What were they bringing guns for? Look, man, I've known some stupid people. They very well could have just been going to the shooting range after. Maybe...
So, I didn't really have a problem with that whole shooting range thing at first. But Proto did break down the uses of these specific weapons. Rifle, yes. Shooting range, no problem. Shotgun, kind of weird for a shooting range. Not necessarily totally out of the question. Big ass knife. Now, I'm paranoid. I constantly carry, this. It's a folding tomahawk. At no point in time would I be making threats to people that I would go cut people up with this thing. But if I was making threats involving, say, this big machete motherfucker. Let's say I threatened someone, you know, that I was going to come with this thing. I showed pictures of this thing, which is not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that as a fucking example. If I had this on me, and not this, after I threatened people, I don't think it would be unreasonable that this would be confiscated. Because I was making threats and I brought weapons. If I brought this, the actual weapon that I claimed I was going to hurt people with, I definitely think there should be charges placed against me. Because that's incredibly stupid. Regardless of whether I was going to do it or not, it's stupid.
In their state, they didn't have a good shooting range. Maybe they knew people from Boston.
Drove 25 hours to use a shooting range. Yeah. Whatever. That's not even unreasonable. I can just accept that they, you know, like he said, knew somebody in Boston. They're like, hey, we got a great fucking shooting range. too bad you lost your right to go to that shooting range because you were posting threats on your fucking Facebook about those guns that you wanted to bring to the shooting range.
And the shooting range I visited there was 10 times better. I'll tell you right now, as an individual where I live, there are no real good shooting ranges around me. And I absolutely love going to the military bases and going to their shooting ranges. But the only good military base close to me is down by Kentucky. So I would literally have to drive 8 hours to go to a shooting range. Now, if someone found a pistol on me, and I was out of state, and I said I was going to a shooting range, would I be put in jail and prosecuted?
No, Proto, you would not be, because you were not making fucking stupid threats on the internet. You were not joking about making threats on the internet. You were not joking about taking that specific pistol and going and killing people. If you did, then there would be reason to suspect you of something, wouldn't there?
And you were going to shoot this place up. Now, obviously, I didn't post anything on Facebook or Twitter about it, but you get the connection. Now, the real thing is the fake.
No, Proto, I do not get the fucking connection. You can't just compare this to all gun owners. Here's the thing. Maybe every other fucking vehicle in that parking lot had loads of more guns than these guys had. But here's what it comes down to, Proto, and I know you evaluated everything previous on their Facebook, but just kind of ignore that one thing there. I know it looks like I might have had a cameraman a second ago, but my phone just started stuff. Yeah, I knew it was going to fall. But seriously, you can't compare. This is like a really unfair fucking comparison. That you can go and say, oh, should I be suspected of something just because I have a pistol? No. And that's what I was saying. Every other fucking vehicle in that parking lot might have had a fucking RPG and grenades. Okay? But none of them were threatening anybody with those over the internet and putting pictures up. Jesus. Ass hamsters. Christ.
Facebook and Twitter posts. Well, rather the Facebook post, not the Twitter post. I don't think there was any Twitter posts, so excuse me for misspeaking that. So, here's where I'm going to be attacking them a bit here. Okay? So, instead of him replying to the person who's...
Okay. This video's about to run out. I need to hear Proto's other side of this. It's coming. Like, he's going to talk about the other side. So I'm just going to end it right here about 5 seconds early.